Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning for February 6th in my plum paper daily planner. This is the daily layout that I customized to remove all the headers from. I order it from the plum paper website. I will try to link them down below if I remember to. I get a lot of questions about this particular planner. It's a 7x9 size. There's a video on my channel of like the setup of this planner if you're interested in seeing more detail of me like setting it up and talking about it. But today I'm going to be planning out for Monday. So I have Sunday already done, and in this planner I like to make the spreads match. So if I do something on one half of the spread, then I continue the theme into the second half of the spread. So it's like a theme for every 2 days. So yesterday I loved this combo and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to film a video of this one. I combined some really cute stickers from According to Allie and Create with Mandy. Let me grab the sheets. So I have the According to Allie Love Blooms. I had 2 sheets of them, so I was just showing you. This is the full sheet of them. This is what I kind of finished yesterday. And then I have this sheet from Create with Mandy that's called Ooh La La. And you can use my code Caitlin10 to save 10% off at both of these shops. I saw my friend Shiloh do a spread kind of similar to this on her Instagram. She is at shiloh.plans. And she combined the Create with Mandy Ooh La La quotes with some, I think, Kelva Plan florals. And I thought, oh, that was so cute. And I had these on hand, and I had them in my like Valentine's Day pile. So I'm like, okay, maybe like a monochromatic look could be kind of fun with the quotes layered with these florals. And then I did that and it looked a little empty. So I decided to add in some more florals and just go a little bit more rainbow with it, which I think worked out because the backer on these pages is purple, which is a little frustrating because I want to do all these pink spreads in February. And it's like, I wish the backer were pink, you know, but we're living, we're learning. It's all good. And I had just used this Pressed Florals book in the spread that I did before this, so I had it on hand. So I decided to pull some pressed florals out of here. And originally I was just looking for like white flowers, but I've used up all of the white flowers out of this book. So I ended up with this sheet right here. There's a couple different sizes, but I was just using the smaller ones. And I think they look really cute with the combo. And then I added in some washi tape. This According to Allie washi tape has been on my mind all week, so that's the one we're using. And that's kind of how I ended up on the sticker combination here. A lot of explanation for a daily spread, but I'm going to go ahead and pop Monday off the discs and let's get started. And I guess I'll take Sunday too. That might be helpful. As far as the flowers go, I'm going to work with the partially used sheet. I don't think I'm going to make it into this one, especially because this is a 7x9 planner. There's not a whole lot of room to work with here. So I don't think we're going to need like a million sheets of stickers, even though I like using a million sheets of stickers. So I'm taking just like a bigger floral. This is the biggest one that I have left. And I'm going to put that in the schedule section. I don't actually have anything planned out for today. It's just kind of a work day for the Etsy shop, and I got to go to the post office, but that'll just go up in the priorities section. I'm doing like a torn edge on the washi tape. So I've got that kind of on the plans. Nothing too crazy. And I'm just going to layer this right behind the florals because when I did the washi tape in the page for yesterday, it was kind of an afterthought. So it's just layered kind of next to the clusters. Today I want to make it part of the clusters. So we're going behind the florals for that. And I'm going to cut it off or rip it off right before the checklist area. That way I can still write on the checklist and not have to avoid stuff that's sticking out into it, kind of like I did over here. I mean, it looks nice, but I want to like leave some space. And then again, the rainbow florals yesterday were like a little bit of an afterthought. So this time I'm going to do those before I do the quotes. That way I can put the quotes like layered over the florals. So I'm just adding in a few different ones here. And when I started doing this yesterday, I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do the yellow ones. And then I'm like, okay, maybe we could add the purple ones in or the orangey ones. And it just kind of turned into, yep, let's just use all of the different flowers that we've got here on this page in pressed florals. I think I have a second copy of this book. If I remember correctly, I got this in one of the Be Happy boxes. And it came with like 3 books of floral stickers. And for some reason, I thought they were marketing it as like exclusive sticker books at the time, because I'm like, okay, I'll get this box because I won't be able to get these stickers anytime else. And then they released all the different sticker books that were in the box. So I ordered a second one because the copy I got in the box was like really dinged up for some reason. What do we want to put on here? We could do Ooh La La. That's kind of cute. I don't want to cover up too much of the washi tape, so let's make sure it shows through a bit. That's a nice looking cluster. And then we'll just kind of repeat that process with another one of these stickers. And maybe if I think things through this time, we can do the washi tape first. Going for a little bit more in this cluster. And I'm like almost at the end of this roll. It's one of my favorites. I have a backup one waiting for me. So worry not. When I finish this washi tape, I will just replace it with the same one. I just left it in the packaging until this one is done. So I'm adding that second large floral in there. The smaller one can probably go up at the top of the to-do list, just because it's going to take up the least amount of space there. And I like to have something a little bit decorative at the top of my to-do list. It makes getting stuff done a little bit more fun. But you could say that about stickers in general. I feel like I have a more productive day when I sit down and start the day with a little bit of daily planning and just kind of group tasks together and decide what is on the list for today. I mentioned this on the podcast that I recorded with Em. It's called Professionally Planned. It's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you want to get your podcasts. My therapist said to me recently about like task management, you need to pick two main categories for the day. You can't keep doing every single group of tasks in your life every single day. And I think that's especially important for me as someone who is just like between a bunch of different stuff in their life. I am looking for a job and I'm also trying to finish up this thesis and I'm working on the Etsy shop, but I'm also working part-time, and there's just a lot of moving parts right now in my life and it stresses me out to no end. So we're trying out this thing where at the beginning of the day, while I'm setting up my daily planner, I have to just like decide what are the two main priorities for the day. And I'm not talking about like the 3 things I list over here. I'm talking about like task groupings in my life, just because task switching wastes so much time, because there's like all that in between time of if I'm doing such and such activity and then I have to like completely switch gears to like work on something else. So kind of grouping things together by the day. So for example, if I decide today is going to be an Etsy shop day, that means I'm not going to focus on, you know, trying to like finish up my thesis and get a job and go in for my part-time job and all that stuff. So trying to kind of group things together to make it a little bit easier on myself. And I think today is going to be an Etsy day because I have the day off of my part-time job and I just need to get some orders done and sent out in the mail. I also need to continue to work on designs for my February release, but that's been really useful for me in trying to like navigate all the different things in my life right now. I'm adding in this last little like bit of the flower down here in the corner. This one got a little weirdly shaped, but I think if I just take this one up, it looks a little bit better. We could like stick that right there, or maybe it just doesn't need another flower. It could just live right up there. Although that's where the quote is gonna go. So let's add the quote in. We've got Be My Valentine, Hey Babe, and XOXO. Since it's like this smaller up there cluster, I could probably do like a smaller quote. Let's do the XOXO, and then I'll save the other 2 for another project of some sort. Now this one can join the party. Let's see where it's gonna fit. It looks fine there. Probably use these for like a junk journal spread or something like that. I do want to finish like a junk journal spread after this, like film a video for the channel. I haven't done one of those in a while, and I haven't done a junk journal spread in a while either, so I just want to get something in the junk journal. I don't think oh yeah, I did. I overlapped one of the punches over here, or maybe 2 of them. So I'm grabbing the crocodile punch just to take care of that overlap and get rid of those single overlapped punches. Fabulous. I'm loving the way the sticker clusters are looking. We still have a few more stickers left on this sheet. Normally I would try to finish a sheet that has like this many or like this few stickers on it, but they match with these ones. So I feel like if I leave them, next time I have a project I want to do with this kind of like color palette, I can just cluster them all together and have some different sizes in there. Because we had the larger According to Allie florals in this spread, I didn't want to go for the larger pressed florals, but I think it works with just like the smaller ones. And we did manage to finish up a sheet of the Love Blooms. I had these from last year, I believe. Before I start writing on these pages, I'm looking at them next to each other and realizing that this one has a lot more purple, like a lot more of the purple flowers. I know the pages are purple, but this one only has the one. So I grabbed the second purple floral because I feel like it just needs it. And I'm going to use this just overlapped over the quote. I haven't done any overlapping over the quotes on this side, but I think it kind of nestles it in there nicely. So we're going to go with that. And I didn't really overlap the quotes except for like maybe a little bit here on that side, but it's fine. I think it looks cute to have some different layering going on. Now I need to just get into the actual writing component of this. I'm taking my Zig Clean Color Dot marker. This one is the gray one, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did over there with the header above my priorities section. I'm doing a little swatch of it. It gives it an interesting shape to like make swatches with this weird ball-shaped marker. It's not the same effect that you'd get if you were writing with like a chisel-tipped gray mild liner, because this gives more of a rectangle shape. This one has like weird rounded edges to it. It's just kind of a matter of preference, and I think I'm currently really liking the way that this looks as like a swatch of color. But I used to do the mild liner ones, and you could really go either way with that. So if you only have mild liners on hand, you can do essentially everything that I do with this marker with a mild liner. It's just going to be a little bit more like rectangular. Plus, mild liners are a little bit cheaper, so it might be easier to do that. And you can find mild liners at like Michael's and just like buy one mild liner and you could use a coupon on it. So a little bit more cost effective. I liked these. I got them in a set off of Amazon. I think they were like a set of 12 for $24 or something like that. So they're similar in price to the mild liners, like $2 a marker, but you weren't able to use any coupons on them like you could if you were going to Michael's. I'm going to take these According to Allie hand-lettered script stickers to title the different stuff. I have these fake nails on. They're like press-ons, and for some things they act like tweezers, but for other things it's just like really hard to grab stickers. So the important tasks for today are going to go up here. And just like yesterday, I'm just working on filming some stuff for the channel. So I'm going to take the mild liner once again, and we're going to go down here. And I just called it a mild liner. It is not a mild liner. And normally when I'm filming these videos, there's always like one or two things that I like misspeak on. And you know, I'll be filming a flip through of something that's like not a subscription box for Archer and Olive, like the Valentine's Day box. And I'll be like, oh yeah, this is the Valentine's Day subscription box. And I don't catch it until I'm editing the video. And then I'm like, oh God, I can't scrap the whole video to like edit around this. So normally I'll add in like a little subtitle or something, but it's like, there's always one or two just like weird wording things that are just kind of incorrect because I just am talking, you know, I'm not reading off of a script or anything like that. So sometimes that happens. I try my best to correct myself, but sometimes I just misspeak. I'm going to start with the important section. I'm pulling my Papermate Flair pen in a medium point to do the writing up there. And yesterday, the goal was packing Etsy orders, applying for a job, and working on designs. That's essentially going to be the same thing as today. Again, with the task switching, if I can just kind of continue like to block these days together. So these are like 2 days that I have off. If these are going to be my 2 Etsy days, it's a little bit easier than like kind of alternating days on things, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy that list over to here. I started working on some February designs yesterday, and I just can't tell if I like the way they turned out or not. So I might need to scrap those tonight. I'm working on some florals for spring, that kind of thing. Adding in bullet points for those just to make them stand out a little bit more. And I feel like the purple on the pages works really well now that I have all those pressed florals in place, because there are so many colors at play, rather than trying to go for like a monochrome look of like the red and the pink and then having the purple be like just there. I think it blends in a little bit better this way. Now I'm going to go down to this area where I'm just going to write out the videos that I'd like to film today, including this one. So I'm going to try to get this one done and a junk journal with me video done and maybe a social media plan with me. I haven't quite decided. So I'm going to go ahead and just write out a list of things that I'd like to get filmed this morning before I just settle into cutting sticker sheets for the day. So I just wrote out a list of the things that I wanted to film along with like the themes or the stickers I'm going to be using. It just kind of helps me kind of think ahead to have those all listed out. Like this one is the Love Blooms and Pressed Florals, and then I want to do like a Valentine's Day junk journal spread. Probably going to end up using the rest of this sticker sheet because I just have them, you know. It's the last 2 stickers. I won't be able to really use them until next year, so might as well put them in the junk journal. And then a social media plan with me using some brunch stickers from my own shop. Now I'm going to flip-flop over into the to-do list section. So yesterday I didn't do like a header with the according to Allie text or like hand lettering to do a to-do header. I'm kind of feeling it today, so let's go ahead and do that. I don't have a whole lot of things that are on my to-do list, so we might as well make it a little prettier. Using the Zig Clean Color Dot marker to do just a little swatch again. And I'm going to take these to-do stickers to title the to-do list. Not a today list, a to-do list, because some of this stuff will probably end up rolling over to the next day, but I just try to get as much done as possible, especially when I have these days off. I like to kind of reset the to-do list by just trying to get all of those rollover tasks just wrapped up. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and transfer whatever didn't get done yesterday. So for example, this got an arrow taking out the trash. It got too dark to take the trash out at night, and I just don't like taking the trash out at night. So I'm going to do it this morning. So that's what the arrow means. It's just like move to the next day. Like I know that I've run out of time for that, so it just gets moved. The checklists are things that got done. The like untouched bullet points are just things that I just didn't do. The little dashes are things that I started doing. So for example, like deleting old emails. I deleted some of them, but I didn't completely finish the number that I wanted to finish yesterday. I'm just trying to work on clearing out my inbox. Again, if you listen to my podcast, you can hear me talk about how much I hate my email, and it's just like this never-ending pile of emails. Things that got crossed out were things that we just like didn't need to be done after all. So Nick was like, oh, can you transfer like these steaks to the fridge? And then he decided, oh, I don't want to make steaks tomorrow, so crossed it out, that kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. I've kind of developed my own system for like checking things off in my daily planner, and it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else, but it's important that you have like different kind of notations to like indicate, you know, it's hard for me, and I'm just going to kind of ramble here. It's hard for me to like live in this like 0 or nothing kind of like planner where it's like either the task gets checked off or it doesn't get checked off, because there's a lot of in between there, and there's a lot of different things that I need to like remember when I'm taking things into account. Like, yeah, I could probably leave the bullet point for taking out the trash blank because it just didn't get done, but it's kind of a reminder to me to put that arrow there that yes, that needs to move to the top of the list tomorrow, and it's not something I can just like forget about. Because if we're thinking about something like deleting old emails, like, yeah, that's not the most important thing in the world, but I can't have like 5 bags of trash sitting in the kitchen and like, you know, just keep like not checking it off. So I need to kind of come up with my own system of like, this is how in progress these tasks are. At least that's what works for me. It might not work for you, but just food for thought, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and transfer over to today's to-do list. So the things that just didn't get finished or just didn't get touched on. This is what I ended up with from yesterday's list, and before I continue on just adding things that have come up this morning that need to be done, I'm going to go ahead and just bullet point this out. And now I'm going to continue on with that list. I forgot to write post office up in the priorities for today, and I could probably make that work just kind of in this space. I don't want to smudge anything, but sometimes when it's a 4 priority day or whatever, 4 tasks that need to go up there, I'll just put it right underneath the last like line of it, and we'll give it a bullet point. And I'm trying not to smudge all of the writing that I just like did, but this will be post office. Not the cleanest looking thing, but that's also on the important list, and it needs to be done today, so it's going to go up there. And now I'm going to go ahead and just finish up this to-do list of just other things that need to get done. So in addition to taking out the trash, I have to take out like a pile of cardboard boxes that have been just sitting in the hallway that need to be recycled. So that kind of stuff. I didn't really have much to add to the list today, but I'm thinking I might just kind of compartmentalize this out a little bit more. It's just kind of a different kind of day in my planner. So I'm going to take the Zig Clean Color Dot marker once again, and we're going to do something similar to the film section with just another line of that. And that's going to be for just stuff I want to post on my social media today. It's just different than what I normally do in this planner, so it's nice to be able to mix it up a little bit and kind of think about different areas of my life. I'm taking a post sticker, again, according to Allie. I just want all the headers to match. And I'm lining it up with the to-do text, even though the to-do text isn't exactly centered, but it looks better to have those in line. This is a little bit longer of a like swatch of the marker, but just because I couldn't extend the to-do list one out onto that flower. The saturation of the marker just shifts a little bit when you get it on top of the stickers versus the regular paper, and I don't exactly like that. So now I'm going to write out the things I want to post on my social media today, which are my February currently page, and then I have a video that's going to post on my YouTube channel. I already have it scheduled, but it is a flip through of all of my January daily pages, which should already be live by the time this one goes live. So if you want to see the flip through of all the January ones, that should already be up on the channel. It got really close to those florals, and I ended up writing on them just a little bit, but it's fine. You can still make out what it says, and I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this back onto the discs because everything that needs to be done today is now on the page, and I should get started on that. I like all the different headers. It feels much more organized than just having the one list here, and normally I won't take the time to do that because my to-do list is just so long. But for a day like today where it's just kind of, I'm focusing on social media, I'm focusing on the Etsy shop, that kind of task cluster, it's nice to have that kind of divided out. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these back on the discs and just get a good look at it. Alrighty, back in the planner. Part of me wishes that I had gone with this theme or this combo for my catch-all this week. I really love the floral everything bagels, but this also is just so cute. So I wish I had done it in my bigger planner where I had some more room to like do the bigger clusters, but I'm very happy with the way this turned out, and I'm glad I could share it with you here on the channel because as soon as I made Sunday, I was like, yep, this is going to be a video. This is like one of my favorite combos that I've done in a while. So I'm happy with the way this turned out. I do like the different kind of take on the daily today, especially because I don't have anything in the scheduling section. And it's nice to like have them actually line up with the different boxes, you know, because when I'm doing my normal daily, it's like, okay, we're just going to ignore that there's like a line and a shaded box here. We're going to just continue it through. Or the film one started halfway through this box and then it moved into that one. But here, the headers are all on top of the boxes for the most part. Like the to-do list one isn't up there, but it makes sense. And it's also in line with that line, so it might as well be its own box. But I'm very happy with the way this turned out, loving the combo. Again, you can use my code Caitlin10 to save 10% off at According to Allie, which is the love blooms, or Create with Mandy, which is the little speech bubbles, and According to Allie for the washi tape and the headers as well. I'll try to link stuff down below as best I can. I know Valentine's Day is quickly approaching, so you probably won't be able to get these stickers in time, but if you're a collector, you're a sticker stash holder, and you want to get them for next year, I will link them down below. So this is what I've got for my Monday the 6th daily. There you have it. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner related content and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching and happy planning.